Yo, check this out.
Another Next Fest, another week of demos, and this time I'm just gonna bring you all the hits. We can skip through some of the high flyers straight away. Games that either have a publisher or at least the money behind it that I have no question of its success. I mean, Ball Pit was at the top of the charts for the entire week. I don't think it needs anyone's help put eyeballs on it, and to be fair, it is peak. And what's there to be said about Monument Valley 3 other than it's more Monument Valley, which is pretty great, because Monument Valley is gorgeous. And then there's Dispatch. Look, the kind of game that can pull Aaron Paul and Jeffrey Wright into its voice cast doesn't need my help to put eyes on it. Mina and the Hollowers, made by the people who made Shovel Knight, and it's a mashup of Castlevania and Zelda. Easiest pitch in the world. Date everything's already out and it's already doing great. I don't really know what else to say. The demo was a very good opportunity to figure out if its writing style and vibe was going to fit you, and it made me feel a certain kind of way about the bed, so there's that. Oh, and Possessors, of course, Possessors. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's got some very strong, vibrant characters, it's an excellent Metroidvania. But it's also published by Devolver Digital as well. Doesn't need my help. So we're going to skip straight to the games I think could use a little extra push. Things that probably did well enough during the Steam Next Fest, but still could probably use an extra couple of eyeballs on it. Raiders of Blackveil, for instance, which combines a Hades-style roguelite structure with elements inspired by MOBAs such as League of Legends and Dota, ARPGs like Diablo, and with a smidge of extraction gameplay as the final twist. It's all very compelling, even before the game goes into early access. The game seems ripe for some co-op grinding, with all the elements working well enough to make that grind fun. On a similar note, there was Jump Ship, which is a co-op FPS that sees you crewing a lone ship as you take the fight to an infinite robot space fleet and steal their supplies. Jump Ship's specific wow factor is a seamless transition between flying and on-foot combat, with a slick zero-G jetpack and a point-to-point grappling hook to help you zip around in the vacuum of space. The roguelite mission structure seems well tailored for hopping on for half an hour with your friends, and the ship progression system gives you something bigger and more personal to work towards. I hope this game comes out of early access as strong as it has gone into it.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
On the other hand, there was Orbyss, which is a great demo for fans of Portal-style puzzle games, but maybe the ones that specifically would prefer to play co-op on their own. The game is quite abstract, both in art direction and narrative, but the game's intriguing atmosphere never led to much confusion, even when fiddling with the power of time. Now, if you want simple, there's Mana Petaka. God, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's got bright colours, killer beats, and guns with punch. Mana Petaka has you storming through colourful levels, blasting away the alien hordes in your way. It's a simple challenge, but a solid one, with enough guns to keep things interesting. Now, Become the Moon asks the brave question of what if Hearthstone was a roguelike? And good. A game all about building up both your board and your deck, and getting stronger every time you run out of cards. Your opponents are varied and challenging, each like their own special puzzle to solve. If you want a card game all about escalation and a little bit of chaos, Become the Moon might be right for you. Windswept is an adorable little level-based platformer that should be an easy sell for those looking for something a little 2D Mario in their library. Your dynamic duo show a suite of interesting movement abilities, and each level is littered with challenges and collectibles to keep your skills sharp. And for those looking for a challenge, the demo hides a brutal gauntlet as well. Gecko Gods is a delightful little puzzle exploration game where you play as a little lizard trying to fulfill a big prophecy. It was interesting to explore ancient dungeons and solve trials designed with the fact that I could cling to the ceiling in mind. My first impression of Moros Protocol was of a fairly sturdy FPS roguelite. With a mix of melee and ranged options, pushing my way through an alien-infested spaceship was a decent enough time, especially with the weapon and augment systems keeping things interesting. I was still waiting for the game's hook, however. What this game had decided set it apart from its competitors. And, after the first boss fight, I discovered exactly what kind of freak the dev was. Because the dummy thick giant sword angel non-consensually steps on you. That's your hook. Bite or don't bite. The game's good too. One Turn Kill is a card game that asks you to make use of every card in your deck, every turn. It's an interesting twist that sets it apart from other roguelike deck builders. You only have one turn to win. The enemies add interesting and varied challenges, although the game seems to be running on a time loop, so get used to seeing them over and over. Add some anime-ass animation and a hint of narrative mystery in for good measure, and you've got yourself a game. Now, a fun middle ground between puzzle and card game was Pantheion? Where the goal is to beat each location's score using cards with the different sizes and abilities. I went in with low expectations, but what little I saw over 2 runs was surprisingly compelling. I hope the full game is a little more fleshed out, but what I've seen so far is a great start. Star Overdrive shakes up the Breath of the Wild formula with a hoverboard and a nebulous punk attitude. The combat, dungeons and puzzles are all competent, but what you're really getting this game for is the high speed and sick tricks. There's a little friction in places, but that seems to be a side effect of a very ambitious indie team. Now, for those with a high-flying, fast-paced itch the likes of which only Neon White and Ghostrunner can scratch, Jetrunner offers the same time trial fun in a sporty parkour package. With secret shortcuts and hidden collectibles in each level, it's a great time both testing your reflexes and your pathfinder. Now, we're getting back into has money behind it territory here, but Eriksholm seems like it's going to be worthy of your attention. Stealth games are not that big a market at the moment, let alone one with a bird's eye view camera, but Eriksholm looks to be a really big fish in that small pond, and from what the demo showed me, it really deserves to be, with excellently mocapped cutscenes helping to drive an intriguing narrative through winding, sweeping levels. I'd recommend everyone give this demo a try.
But they'll hear me. I need to do something about that.
And I'll cover our section.
Right. And last but by certainly no means least, Mio, Memories in Orbit. This game is so goddamn pretty. I had an eye on this one since its trailer came out, and my god, this could be a good one. The demo was fairly expansive, providing a taste of 4 different zones to explore, each with unique movement techniques built into the environment. There's a lot of Metroidvanias coming out soon, with Silksong hanging like a sword of Damocles over the entire goddamn genre, and I just hope this game gets the attention it deserves. And that's the list of the best things that I played during the Steam Next Fest. But, of course, there are some demos that get included in the fest that I have already played. So, as a little extra, here's a few more bangers you shouldn't miss.
1, 2, 3, kick it! One, two, three, break it down!